I knew I was burnt out when basic self-care started to feel like this impossible mountain of tasks. Burnout isn't dramatic in the way people think it is. At least it wasn't for me. It felt more like this strange space between depression and exhaustion that slowly started eating away at me. Getting out of bed felt hard, basic self-care felt overwhelming, even things I normally enjoyed started to feel heavy, and somehow I'd still pull myself together for a few hours just to get through whatever needed to get done. Over the last year, I experienced burnout more severely than I ever have before. And while healing hasn't been quick or linear, I finally feel like I'm starting to come out on the other side of it. So I wanted to share a few things that helped me recognize I was burned out and a few things that genuinely helped me to start healing from it. Burnout made me realize my body was constantly overstimulated. I love coffee, deeply. But during this season, honestly, caffeine was making things harder sometimes. My nervous system was already maxed out, so adding more stimulation on top of that would sometimes push me into anxiety and exhaustion. So instead of completely cutting it out, I started to adjust. More teas, smaller coffees, mini lattes, and on days that I did decide to have caffeine, I would go on a little walk or a run just to get out that extra energy. And weirdly enough, movement on days that I did want coffee helped me a lot more than just cutting it out completely. I think the lesson I learned from this is that burnout actually helped me to listen to my body more and understand what I need instead of constantly pushing past it. Number 2 is reconnecting with my body through movement. Walking genuinely changed my life during burnout. It helped my sleep, my confidence, my anxiety, and it honestly helped me to feel confident again. I work out around 5 days a week now, mostly from home, and I go on walks every day. Physically, I feel a lot healthier than I have in a very long time, but mentally is where I noticed the biggest difference. I honestly think walking was one of the main things that kept me from slipping into a really dark place emotionally. Getting sunlight, moving my body, and stepping away from constant overstimulation actually helped me to heal and reconnect with my body in a way that I never would have before. And I was able to process a lot of the things that I went through because of those times where I was unplugged and I was out in nature and reconnecting with myself. And strangely enough, walking actually gave me the confidence and the creativity to want to start this channel. A lot of these ideas for videos actually come on my walks. Number 3 is actually allowing yourself to feel emotion. Physical consequences were overwhelming. I got debilitating migraines, and I would just lay in bed sometimes for 2 to 3 days at a time, just crying because I was in so much pain. And my husband would actually lay with me while I was in a lot of pain. It was just so sweet of him to take such good care of me while I was processing so many difficult things. I dreaded going to meetings and I dreaded performing every single weekend. I dreaded going to church and having to lead a team, and even though my team was so kind and so supportive, everybody else around me was not. And it was just completely overwhelming and just took over my whole body. So difficult for me to be healthy. I was constantly sick and I would lay in bed most of the time. I would move from place to place in the house. It's because I often had a migraine that would just kind of be hovering under the surface, and it was just horrible. I kept thinking that I was weak, and other people were telling me that I needed to be stronger, which implies that I am weak. And the reality was that I was so deeply burned out and it was hurting me. My migraines were kind of a wake-up call that I was suppressing a lot of my emotions and a lot of the things that were hurting me, and giving myself the time to actually process the things that happened to me, the things that I felt. allowed me to feel again and allowed me to feel emotions in a fullness that I haven't felt in a long time. I tried journaling and walks and talking to people that I thought really understand who I am, and that was just so helpful with the healing process. And I cried a lot, like a lot. It helped me process so many of the things that were happening deep inside me, and all of those lies that I believed, that I'm not valuable because I'm young and I don't have as much experience and I am not strong enough and I just need to do more, I need to give more. It's hard to take someone's criticism and hate and tell them, thank you for letting me know how you feel about that. I will try better, or I understand how you feel, and moving on. Like, it's hard when that's pretty much all you're getting, and there's maybe a few people that are patting you on the back and telling you that you do a good job, but then they're also telling you, but you need to be stronger. None of those lies were true. None of them. There was also a reality that I had to face, that clearly my new job was not aligned with who I am and what my purpose and what my goals are for life. And originally, when I went into that job, I had told people I am not a worship minister. Like, I'm a musician and I do this for fun. I volunteered at a lot of churches, but this is not what I am called to do long term. I don't know what that is yet, but I know that this is not it. And for some reason, I still completely lost myself over this last year, trying to become a person that everybody wanted, that everybody was telling me I was. And the reality is just that my calling is different. And even though I have worked on this skill, it's not my gift to give back to the church or to the world. And I've resolved that in myself. That's something that I worked on for me. And yes, I can share that, but it has to be something that I share. It's not a career. After my contract ended, I just felt this massive weight just lift off my shoulders. It was the most amazing feeling. And it was terrifying because I didn't have another job lined up. I still don't, actually. And I ended up applying to this residency program, and here I am, and I'm pursuing a master's in counseling now so that I can help other people, because burnout season has been one of the most difficult years of my life, and I know that other people are going through a lot of the same things, and I want to be able to help them too. I realized that my whole life I've actually been preparing to be a therapist. All of my interests and my passions, they just align right into the program. It's just so perfect. I don't know why I didn't figure it out sooner, but sometimes I learn the hard way, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that. But now that I'm going back to school, I'm actually really excited about this new season and about the future. I'm really excited about the future, what that holds, and I have so many dreams, and I have so many dreams that I don't even know what they are yet. It makes me excited to wake up every day and get ready and pull myself together, and it's not a burden anymore to wash my hair and all of those little things. Like, it makes such a massive difference when what you're doing aligns with who you are. If you're experiencing burnout right now, I genuinely feel for you. Burnout can make you feel completely disconnected from yourself, your body, and who you're meant to be. Sometimes healing can start with something really little, just a little extra rest. A new makeover even may help you want to get out of bed in the morning. Being honest with yourself, movement, and asking for help, finally admitting that something in your life needs to change. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to my story. If this video resonated with you, please feel free to share something that you're trying right now to heal. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.